completely different.
I wanted to begin the show with some positive vibes, because now we're really going to get into it. I made a video that's doing very well of a rant on here about clout chasing women. Now, when I discuss clout chasing women, I want everybody out there who's going to bring the fake outrage to know that I'm not talking about all women. That's why I specified by saying clout chasing women. I'm not like Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, or Andrew Tate, where I don't think women are like awful. I think women are fine, literally and figuratively, for the most part. But there is this new trend that I've noticed where women go, we don't need the man. But then if they go through a breakup or their friend goes through a breakup, all they talk about is that man. So which way does it go, ladies? Do you need the man for clout and attention? You clout chasing women? Or could you find your own hobby or your own thing to talk about? It's just something I've noticed recently. I'm about to play a clip of Zach Bryan's ex, Brianna Chicken Fry. Her friend has a podcast and was trashing Zach Bryan. Can you imagine if Zach Bryan was trashing Brianna Chicken Fry and calling her a slut and whatever he would call her? He would be crucified. But when a woman does it to a man, it's kind of like when you watch a sitcom, you never see the wife as the bumbling idiot. It's always like Peter Griffin or Homer Simpson or Al Bundy or even any of the sitcoms that are on now. The media loves to make the man look so stupid. I've had enough of it. I have sat back for so long and allowed it to happen. Because I am the authority on all things heterosexual relationships. And I have a tip right now for everybody listening to Happy Hour. If you are dating someone who is bisexual, I'm not saying they're all in the closet, but a lot of times when you date someone who's bisexual, they're just afraid to admit that they are gay. So watch out. That is the tip of the day, because I'm good at giving just a tip. All right, here we go. You guys ready for this rant? I don't even know if I am. Brianna LaPaglia's BFF, that being Brianna Chicken Fry, slams hick Zach Bryan. F that mother effer. Brianna Chicken Fry has a staunchy ally in her podcast co-host and BFF, being Grace O'Malley, who recently went off on a foul-mouthed rant about Zach Bryan. Grace, who co-hosts the Plan B Uncut podcast. Get what they did there? Like the Plan B pill? Like when you allow a guy to finish in you and then you have to get the Plan B pill the next morning while you're hungover at Walgreens? Get what they did there? That's why I got my vasectomy. They went on the Updating podcast and made her thoughts clear, calling him a hick and a vendetta and a bunch of other insults. Here is the audio.
You want any dating apps or any of that stuff, or you're just not trying at all?
No. I'm totally on Hinge, but here's the thing about Hinge. Everybody asks me about other people in my life.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. Whenever you're talking to somebody, like I've been recognized on dating apps for my radio career, and they'll want to talk about the morning shows I work on, and like that's not a good sign, because that's a clout chaser.
My boss is David Portnoy.
Yeah, it's all kiss ass, even though he's been known to be creepy around women. But all of a sudden, in the last 4 years, since he hired Erica Nadini before she left to take over Barstool, his whole career of a sexist person from Boston, all of a sudden that got erased. Never forget.
So they asked me, what's Dave like? And then there's other people involved.
Yeah, you know, you're so famous. Everybody's asking you. 2 people asked you. It's like people that claim they get recognized all the time. It's like you might get recognized once. It's the narcissism.
And what's that? Who are the other people involved?
Neither here nor there. Fuck that motherfucker.
Can you imagine if somebody would have said Brianna Chicken Fry and I'm like, that dumb whore? It's the same thing. I have sat back and allowed these women, these clout chasing women, not all women, to just run their mouth. And I think it's time that somebody speaks up.
Involved?
Neither here nor there. Fuck that motherfucker.
Screw that motherfucker. You know how stupid you sound swearing? You sound ignorant. But then again, I'm not surprised. You're a clout-chasing woman. Of course you're ignorant. You claim you don't need the man. Oh, we don't need them. They're the worst. But then every chance you have to talk about the man, that's all you have. Because nobody's going, what is Brianna Chicken Fry's friend doing? But Zach Bryan, one of the most popular country music artists, we got to attach our name to him. Do you see this problem here? Do you see what I'm discussing? It's embarrassing. And they don't realize how petty they look. It's this thing with millennial girls and even Gen Z girls. They don't realize that you look pathetic. You're actually teaching men to not settle down, especially if the man has something to provide. If the man has a career or whatever and the woman's really into it, run. Run, Forrest, run.
Yeah, people would be asking me for tickets. I'm like, I don't fuck with that guy.
But you still talk about him, so you totally F with that guy. If you didn't F with that guy, you would be classy like Cher is about Sonny and go, I don't want to talk about that. I'll talk about it a little bit. This younger generation, they wonder why they can't find a man because every time they have a chance to talk about a man, they just trash him.
From seeing that, like, how has that made you figure out what kind of guy you don't want?
I don't fuck with a hick with a vendetta.
Well, that's kind of offensive. And I don't fuck with a 4 out of 10 who thinks she's cool because she's got a pretty girlfriend. Do you see how that feels when I say that?
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.